It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason, and it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between these road warriors and the Seattle Seahawks. Both teams riding 2-0 starts here. One, we'll get the turkey and move to 3-0 as week 3 gets underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. He picks up 28 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Going to the ground again on first. This one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. For the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Third and long for him here. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Jones. He's got it. It's going to be a 1st and more. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They come through massive gain there on 4th down, give them 24 yards, and most importantly, that 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed
all the way. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks drop 80-plus yards and take a 6-0 lead.
Okay, you know what a run like that does for everybody? For the play calling, for the O-linemen, for the offense, it just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk. They'll get explosive on the ground as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. All set to go now from the 35. They'll run here on first down. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They'll work against the blitz. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. You have that call you had ready, though? You can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Ready up.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. They're going play action. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Down the left sideline he goes. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
1st and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. From the red zone now. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Time to begin the second quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. And he's got his man, touchdown. The Dragons finish off their opening drive. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you've got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect one-for-one.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. He's going to field this at the 2. Not a good effort there. They're going to bring him down just beyond the 10.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Airing it out to start this drive. That's complete. Here's Jones. And he won't be able to add anything else onto the end of this catch, so it's going to be a completion to the 25. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Finds him over the middle. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First and 10, here's Jones. Keeps it moving. There it is, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks take a second quarter lead. There's time to chide him about poor tackling later, Brock.
Probably will.
And he probably will. Coach probably will give him an earful about it as well, but let's not let the missed tackle take away from an excellent effort he had on that run.
Yeah, it really was his effort to force that missed tackle. Okay, I think that's the key, to open the door for that touchdown. As soon as he slipped that stop, his mind was focused on one thing and one thing only, the end zone.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
19,
They'll throw to begin this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Second down now, they need 7. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Hits his running back. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. Give him 8 on that one. And that gives him a first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
They're going to try and throw it here. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. That's not met the standard they set for themselves.
7 yards to go.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll throw third and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
Let's go now. 79.
I'll start with a give to Jones. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Second down pass play coming. This one's to Schultz, out right side. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up third down.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Ready up.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is third and inches.
19.
Jones going to try to pick it up. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He'll look to throw. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Dragons get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46. Airing it out to start this drive. Going deep here for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! The Dragons earn the chance to tie before halftime.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one right down the middle. And the Dragons tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Makes the grab and bounds left side. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. So he gains 30 yards on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Pass it in close. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Ravens 14.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. Back to throw on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. 2nd down run, good for 4. That brings up 3rd down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll air it out on 3rd. Oh, it put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Dragons getting their punter out there. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. They'll come out throwing. He rolls to his right. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. That one hits for 30. And that gives the Seahawks the first. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. They go play action on 1st down. Connects on the crosser. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This a 39-yarder from the left hash. The 12-year vet strikes true, and they will push it to double digits in a two-possession game. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All set to go now from the 35. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
To the well again. He's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
All set now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Now pressure coming. Dumps it off to his running back. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Dragons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Now throw to start the drive. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Straight ahead they go with Jones. He was brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. It's Jones on the toss. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
Give up the middle to Jones. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Cowboy 80. 7 Pirates.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. The right side is caught by Robinson. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Set. 60 Bison. Go.
From the gun, Jones gets it. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out. So they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. All set to go now from the 35. On 1st down, they'll run. To the races, middle of the field. Has room into the secondary, and he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. The Dragons get this tied before the end of the 3rd. We are going to have to dig into the scouting reports from when he got drafted, Brock, because I'm not sure any of us knew he had that kind of run in him.
No, that's usually one of the scat backs on the roster that we expect to hit home runs. Even a receiver out of that backfield if they're feeling fancy. But a fullback breaking away for that type of run,
sir.
I think he surprised us all with those afterburners.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Brings in the kick at the 9. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Look at that power, deep left side. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Chased out to his right. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Number 20. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And that boot will instead be what starts our 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And he'll try to hit this one well. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. It's fielded at the 14. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner. Up past the 35.
At their own 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
They've been doing it.
One's out and cut on the right side.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Throw here, 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ready.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Here we go. Go.
There's a dive up the middle. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
19, Charger, 19.
Another carry for him. He's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Ready? Cowboy in.
Sending him on the dime. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Half the 60, half the 60.
They're going play action. Big strike here to Moore. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives them the first.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Dragons clinging to a 1-point lead. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Dive play straight ahead. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Tackle gain at the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
They give it to him again. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Dragons get some all-important insurance. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
A minute 20 left to go. This is 2nd and 10. Here he is to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
To throw. Finds him on the crossing route. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Desperation time here. He completes it in traffic. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Finds a seam down the middle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That's a pickup of 33 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Setting up to pass. Escapes the pocket. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting the completion.
From the red zone now. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So 2nd down coming up. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards out and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That one finds his man, Ingram. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation, when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal.
19 Lions.
Here he goes, one final shot. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.